Welcome to another episode of Marlee season. Marlee season for Maria and I is a very special season in our life. We both have a second life, a life we're trying to live to our fullest. And there's many examples of things that will happen with us and happen to us, and how we respond to that is what determines this season for us. We have a lot of adventures planned. I think our largest adventure is buying a home in Italy. In October, we decided to go visit Italy for 5 weeks. We realized there were some touristic things we had to do, but most importantly, we had to go and live like locals. Join us over the next few episodes as we share our trip, some of the lessons we learned, meet some of the wonderful people we saw there, and just be a part of our home buying experience. Come with us.
We were fortunate enough to get a great deal on business class tickets aboard British Airways. Lots of legroom, lots of comfortable space. And yes, I am smiling. I'm taking in Maria, as this will be her first business class trip from the USA to Italy. We landed in Marco Polo Airport in Venice, spent the night in Mystère, and headed to the station first thing in the morning. Maria and I were doing the platform dance because that changed at the last minute and we very nearly missed our train. Quite an experience.
Мы на пути в Болонью. Bologna, here we're going.
So, first morning of the adventure, flew in last night, LAX through London Heathrow. Good change, the baggage made it, so British Airways gets 2 thumbs up from us. Made it onto the train, and just this beautiful, calming ride through the gorgeous Italian countryside at a mere 220 kilometers an hour, and I apologize for my math, probably 140, 150 miles per hour. Started with a lovely cup of coffee and a heart full of enthusiasm. So, off to Tuscanny, to Chianti. Next stop will be Bologna to pick up a rental car, then a quick 2-hour drive, check into a Airbnb, and continue with the adventure.
Our first evening, we stayed on an agriturismo called Bartolin at about €500 for 5 nights. This is the entrance to beautiful Bartolin. The hamlet is on the right-hand side. It's a residential unit that has quite a number of people living there. Here on the left is the beautiful Airbnb that we were able to book. Maria will walk us through it. So you come into this large combined area that is a living room, a very well-appointed kitchen with everything that you could ask for, especially the dishwasher, a dining room table that seats 12, a couch that I could sleep on quite comfortably, and a beautiful fireplace. We then transition into its own bathroom, which, yes, you can shut the door. It has a large, beautiful shower, and we move into the master. The master has a very, very comfortable queen bed and great light. Let's do a flyover of the hamlet. Woke up, slightly slower start to the day than we were expecting. heading off to San Gimignano. Baby, where else are we going today?
No, we're going Volterra first.
Volterra
and then
first.
From Volterra to San Gimignano.
And then San Gimignano. Now, we're out here under the auspices of looking for a property, but I think we'll be in full tourist mode. So come with us and let's go have a little fun.
Wait a minute. We came out to Italy to buy a house. Maria and I have broken our house choices out into 4 broad categories. And in this video, we're starting with 2. One would be the hamlet, where we are staying for the Airbnb. The second would be to live in a medieval town. We are going to go through a process of looking at the different towns, and we'll go through that process by eating the food and just walking around and being a part of that atmosphere and that culture. We do think that it would be great to live in a medieval town. We're a little concerned that it's not going to be quiet enough. We think it's going to be great to live in a hamlet, but we're a little concerned that it might just be too quiet. So let's go eat the food, experience everything there is, and see which one of these categories comes out on top for us. Come with us.
It's a big pizza. I didn't expect it to be so big.
Sorry, Maria.
Drop my pizza down.
I crashed the pizza. I was going to say bon appetito, but it's not so bon anymore.
So we're in Volterra. We had lunch.
Lovely bit of pizza, decaf coffee. Definitely the lunch of champions.
Yes.
Now going to walk around town, taking all the sights, the shops, and the people. Come with us. Volterra is a walled town southwest of Florence in Italy. We really liked Volterra. We loved the feeling of being inside a medieval city. The locals were out on the day, and what struck us were how few visitors it had. There weren't throngs and crowds. We loved the archway over this beautiful little street, which clearly would be somebody's apartment, a place where they would live. We came on a market day. A lot of food in Italy is sourced locally. The markets are an opportunity for those local vendors to bring the food to the consumer. Something to notice, dollars are nearly parity with euros, and there are 2.2 pounds in a kilogram. The prices you saw were for kilograms. There was a great seafood selection, and I would wager that we were no more than 60 minutes from the ocean. Plenty of opportunity to get the fish here nice and fresh. What we also loved was the fresh fruit and all the fresh vegetables. What continued to amaze us was just how affordable it was. And right back to the job of house hunting. The little place in the middle is available for $99,000, needs a lot of love. An apartment downtown for $239,000, another house out in the country that needs renovation for $110,000. We found properties here ranging from sub $100,000 to over $2 million. There is a wide selection of choices. Volterra behind us, we drive to San Gimignano. Thank you, Maria, for the wonderful drone footage. The drive is spectacular through some of the most beautiful scenery you will see in Tuscany. San Gimignano is an Italian hill town in Tuscany, southwest of Florence. The skyline is a very distinct series of medieval towers, and the old town centers on Piazza della Cisterna, a triangular square lined with medieval houses.
Well, we're starting part 2 of the day. We're in San Gimignano. Just got rockstar parking in P2. It's worth waiting and seeing if you can do it. It's afternoon. It's definitely autumn. If you look at the streets where we take pictures, there's going to be lots of shade. I think people are thinning out a little bit, but we're here to do all the window shopping known to man and have a superb dinner. Did we get around to looking at properties today? Maybe not. Come with us.
Marlee and I love a good charcuterie, and the selection of cheese, wine, and salamis and other cold cuts is simply outstanding.
For a mere €10 a bottle, we can ship a case back home, baby.
Finally, we arrive in the Piazza della Cisterna. The ultimate goal of the trip today, to eat the best gelato in the world, Dondele, and we'll focus on that more in a moment. As you can see, it's again a market day, and what we loved were the fruit trees that people had brought. At this point, the square is almost abandoned, and as we continue to move through, you will see the square fill up. Gelateria Dondoli is regarded as the purveyor of the finest sorbet in the world. We jumped in the queue with everybody else and were very lucky to have a conversation with the owner. With spoils in hand, we headed back for a seat in the piazza.
Just finished eating Dondoli gelato. World famous, world championship, incredible texture and flavors. Must do if you are here in San Gimignano. We have to run around, look at some of the piazzas, have a look at some shopping. Come join us. Let's walk around and see what we can see.
We leave the main piazza, follow the market into the Piazza del Duomo. Again, just surrounded by these magnificent towers that are just centuries old. You will notice how quickly the crowd starts picking up. And again, as a reminder, we are in the off-season. If you're looking to buy a home right here in Storico Centro, the historical center, you need to think about all the people that will be there every single day. Let's see what the market has to offer.
Can you feel the smell of the cheese? It is something else. Sheep? Yes, it's a sheep cheese. It's so cool. Let's do it.
Salute. This moment is sponsored by Aperol Spritz and Zero Alcohol Pearl.
It's Mama moment.
Mama Moo.
Our mama moment rolled on to the early evening, and we headed out to Rigoletto for dinner. At Rigoletto, we ordered the steak Florentino, 3.3 pounds of delicious beef, ranging anywhere from 55 to about €70. Highly recommended.
Talking about